The Nintendo Direct has come and gone, but the old analysis machine is just getting started. And what better place to begin than the reveal of Isabelle as the newest fighter to come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not only that, but she's not an echo of the villager, although she is quite similar. But we'll get into that soon enough. Let's not wait any longer and see what secrets and hidden details the analysis machine has discovered this time. And really, the focus is entirely on Isabelle. There's nothing that new or different to be found about Smash Ultimate in this trailer. Even the town hall featured in her introduction is a recreation of the one in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Everything is in its proper place, including the potted plant that can shift between one of 4 variations. It's a great attention to detail, but we're here for the adorable secretary. Right off the bat, we see that her running attack is very similar to the villagers, but where he dropped a plant, Isabelle drops a pot, specifically the brown pot from New Leaf. It's a simple change, but this scene shows off so well the facial animations that are a big focus of Smash Ultimate, and it's on full display here as Isabelle reacts to every moment of this attack, from the happy smile, to the worried eyes, to her pained expression. It feels so true to her character, and we'll see more examples of this throughout. We next see her use a bucket of water to splash on either side of her, making us believe that this is her down smash, as it uses the same animation as the villager's shovel, but with obviously different properties. Rather than bury her opponents, she splashes them, but this doesn't appear to have a pushing effect like Mario's Flood. Instead, it's pure damage to both sides. Meanwhile, her forward smash is a party popper, which has a cone of damage, unlike Villager's bowling ball. But again, this attack shows off Isabelle's reactions, which are just great, especially the tiny pupils. Then there's her neutral air, which has her pulling out cheerleading pom-poms to do a little spin, making it more horizontal than the Villager's flipping neutral air. One of her more mysterious moves is when she brings out a stop sign, and we think this is her up smash. It rises out of the ground with a sparkle and seems to work in a similar manner to Palutena's up smash. This is a little different from the villager's fireworks, but still effective. And did you notice the little whistle she pulls out when using it? She really wants you to stop. Otherwise, the rest of her standard moves consist of using a broom for her upward tilt rather than the villager's stick, and a toy hammer that we see in one of her screenshots. Because we don't see it in motion, we're not sure if it's her normal attack, replacing the villager's boxing gloves, or her forward tilt, which it would be instead of the villager's umbrella. If we had to choose though, we think it's her normal attack. Of course, there's still her special moves. For her recovery, it's mostly the same as the villager's functionally, but it does look quite different. Her balloons are shaped like bunnies and even come with a swing. Furthermore, they indicate when they're about to fail as they turn dark before floating away. And as Isabelle falls to the ground, she even uses her paws to hold down her skirt. But an even better detail is when she's riding the swing, as she actually will swing when recovering. She's just here to have fun. Her neutral special is essentially the same as the villager's, at least visually, as she can use the pocket ability as well. But Isabelle's down special has a bigger difference with the villagers. While he uses his to grow a tree and eventually cut it down, Isabelle's is a little less complicated. In contrast, her down special has her plant a Lloyd, which can then fly out of the ground for multiple hits before exploding. We even see more of it in her character trailer, which indicates that the player has control over when it launches, making for a fun surprise attack. It's the side special that was the trickiest to identify though. From all appearances in the trailers, it looks like the fishing rod is Isabelle's grab, but her character trailer reveals that she also has a bug net that she uses just like the villager, meaning it has to be her grab, not the fishing rod. Instead, we believe this rod is her side special. It has an amazing range as we see her grab Diddy from out of the water, but it's the character trailer that potentially shows what makes it so special. Here we see the fishing line go slack after casting, unlike what we see with Diddy. That means her cast went beyond Luigi. However, as she reeled it back, the hook caught him and considered it a grab. This means that even if she misses the initial throw, she could get him on the rebound. However, this does leave her wide open to any other attack, making its viability questionable. Maybe she can reel it in faster by using the side special again? And could this be used to grab ledges from afar? There's still a few questions to this fishing rod, but we do know that once she hooks them, it works like another grab as she can throw the opponent in any direction. Finally, we see her final smash is also the same as the villagers, except that Tom Nook builds an exploding town hall around her opponents rather than a home. It's a nice little attention to detail, especially since this is the same town hall that Isabelle comes out of during her introduction. The trailer also shows off her taunts, with one being her clap, which then transitions immediately into a second taunt where she gives a cheer. A third taunt is shown after throwing Diddy, where she gives an excited dance before cheering. There's a wave taunt as well, though we're not sure if it's specifically made for this trailer as it goes on for quite a while. And then there's something not seen that often: Isabelle's sleeping and waking animation after getting hit with Jigglypuff's Sing. Again, just look at the detail that goes into her facial features despite their simplicity. We also got a look at some of her costumes. While Isabelle's default look is her spring and summer outfit, the middle outfit in this image is what she wears during the fall and winter. The other two costumes seem to be just variations, with the red one based on the fall and the pink one based on spring, so it's likely that each outfit will have 4 variants. It's interesting to see a character like Isabelle after the creation of the Echo Fighter. While she is similar to the villager, plenty has been changed for her moveset, undoubtedly making her feel quite different. This is a clone in the classic sense, much like we saw with Luigi before, or the difference between Captain Falcon and Ganondorf, especially now in Ultimate. But she's a great choice, and it's rather fun to see that she wasn't hit once during her trailers. Nobody can bring themselves to hit such a pure character. Of course, if we missed anything, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Smash and other things gaming.